Hey you guys, welcome to your bi-weekly love reading. This is for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, or Rising for the first couple of weeks of May 2022. So I want to thank you guys for all your love and support. Please keep in mind these are general, so they may or may not resonate, but hopefully you get some clarity. Also, if you're wanting to book a personal or private reading, be sure to email me for a price list if you don't already have it. If you want to reach me by phone, it's a separate process. So make sure that you're first registered at bill per call. You can request a callback. And if I don't get back to you that day, I'll get back to you within a 7-day time frame. Also, be sure to check me out on Patreon for the monthly Venus sign readings and check me out on TikTok. All right, so we have the overall energy as the Ten of Pentacles. We have the Three of Wands. We've got Judgment. We have the Nine of Wands, Queen of Pentacles, King of Wands. The Sun came out in everybody's reading so far, and the Two of Pentacles. All right, so I feel like someone is ready to establish something. Someone is ready to either establish a connection or kind of make it official, basically. If you've been talking to someone, it also looks like you guys are ready to move forward and take on a responsibility of a relationship. I feel like you also have some sort of unfinished business with someone that's at a distance. And I feel like you guys are like making plans to do something, like go on vacation or stay in a hotel. But I feel like you're putting something out there. You're like, okay, this is time for us to take care of this. How are we going to do this? Are you ready for this? Are you ready for that? If you've been waiting to get a response from someone, I do feel like you're going to get a response. I do feel like a relationship keeps going backwards, though. Something keeps going backwards. I feel like trust issues keep coming up. That is something that I feel like prevents a relationship from staying secure or solid. It's like the minute everything's good, it's like, I'm good, you're good, we're good. Something happens where it's like, I don't know, I don't believe them, I think something's wrong. You know, I just kind of feel like that it's the same thing over and over again. There's some sort of ongoing pattern about insecurities and trust with your relationship. If you are single, I feel like it's a similar issue that keeps happening over and over again. It may be more about the type of people or person you keep attracting over and over again, especially like relationships, like always attracting people that are in relationships. And you're like, why do I keep attracting people that's in relationships? It seems like whatever's going on, you keep getting hurt and then you keep coming back for more. Somebody can't get enough. Feel like somebody is like, it's worth the pain. It's worth every minute. You might be obsessed with somebody, or somebody is obsessed with you. Maybe it's y'all obsessed with each other. But I do feel like somebody keeps coming back for more. Even if, let's say, it's not some ongoing relationship, but you always get hurt in relationships, I feel like you still want it. You're like, I know I keep getting hurt, but I'm driven. I just got to find the one. So I just feel that someone keeps coming back for more regardless of this situation. I also feel that there may be some juggling between an earth sign and a fire sign, and feeling like, but these are my soulmates, but I love them, but I have so much fun with them. So I feel like you're having a hard time breaking this pattern that you have, or this juggling. Can't seem to stop. You also may keep thinking that you made made a mistake, or made the wrong decision before. You're like, you can't seem to you can't seem to stay focused. It's like you keep changing your mind. You can't stay grounded here. And I don't know, like I said, it's like you have security, and then all of a sudden you're like, I don't know, do I? I feel like a foundation that you have keeps getting uprooted. You might be afraid to feel comfortable in a situation. So this is for relationships, but I'm getting an example of like a person who does have to keep uprooting their life. It can be kind of traumatizing. So let's say as a child, you could never stay in the same school. You're like, I love this school. I just made friends, blah, blah, blah. Next thing you know, maybe one of your parents is in the army. Oh, we got to move to Guam, whatever. And it's like, you move there, you make friends. It's like, oh, I like Guam. I like the students here, and then it's just like, you got to move. Guess what? We're going to France. It's just like, oh my God, so it's kind of like a pattern of trauma now. Now you're like, I don't know, like every time I get comfortable, like what's going to happen next? So maybe something has got to the point where everything's good, it's comfortable, it's picture perfect, and you're like, I know something's about to happen. Bring it on, like it's about to happen. And so, there is that energy of that happening. You're like, I can't help it because every time I get comfortable, this happens. I will say that for some of you, maybe this is part of your birth chart. This is something that is happening because you're learning, like something's being ingrained in you. I want to say, I'm trying to keep it in this lifetime, but I can't help it. It's like I'm thinking about to prepare you for the next life. I feel that something keeps happening. It's a lesson. It's an exercise. It's like once you have strengthened that area of your life, or you've learned that lesson over and over again, you don't have to take it again next lifetime. It's like, okay, we're good. We passed. Okay. Don't have to visit that. And it makes me also think of the dynamic between Rahu and Ketu, or North Node and South Node. It's like the South Node is supposed to be the lessons that you learned in a previous life. It's like you don't have to worry about that anymore. Focus on this now. As an example, I have my South Node in the 10th house, my North Node in the 4th house. So it's indicating that in a previous life, I already climbed that corporate ladder, that, I was all about career and rising in status. This life, I am more focused on my home life, which is so accurate. And a lot of times too, I couldn't understand why, if you have this placement in the 10th house, you might find yourself always either getting fired or quitting from a job. And it's weird, it's mysterious, it doesn't matter. They could be singing your praises one week, the next week they're like, yeah, your numbers are off by a percentage. We're gonna have to let you go. And it's like, really? Like, I just won the Employee of the Year award yesterday. What is happening? You know, and it is such strange circumstances at your job with that placement. But really what I kind of came to the conclusion is like, you know what? It is because I'm supposed to be working from home or doing something independently. And plus I have other placements in my chart too that says you're supposed to be an entrepreneur. Saturn in the third, or Saturn aspecting the third, will produce that too, in case you were wondering. So yeah, this makes me think of that. So it could be that you are on this cycle, this roller coaster with someone or with two people. So that next lifetime you don't have to deal with it. Hopefully, you know, it doesn't have to be all the way for next lifetime, but it is a cycle, and all cycles have to run their course. You can't rush winter. You can't rush winter solstice. You can't rush summer solstice. You've got to deal with it. You can't say, well, I want winter to hurry up and be over. It's not happening. Even if it does get warm or whatever, it's still not officially over until that cycle ends. You know, everything has a cycle that is following a pattern. So you might be caught up in some sort of a cycle, and it's simply not over yet. When it's over, when the cycle is over, it'll end. And of course that may have to do with how long it takes you to learn this lesson. Doesn't matter. You know, you're going to keep, if you haven't learned something, you're going to have to keep repeating it until you do. It might take all lifetime. It might not. But whatever your cycle or pattern is, that's what you're doing. If you want to make it a little easier, you know, you can look at your birth chart, and there are cycles that each called, well, time cycles called Mahadashas. You can look and see which Mahadasha you're in, how long it's going to last before it switched to the next one. But, you know, that it still doesn't necessarily mean that this particular pattern is going to stop. That is hard to identify. Something is just part of your life, you know. It just is. So let's see here. I feel like you are also having some sort of sudden realization about someone, especially a fire sign. You also may be shocked about something, that somebody reveals something. Somebody's going to reveal something to you, and I feel like it's very unexpected. But it makes you feel like, can you trust them? Like you're going to be asking, can I trust this person? If someone has you blocked, I feel like they're going to be unblocked. You're going to be unblocked. I also feel like something is out of your hands. Something is beyond your control. Something is happening so that you can overcome it. I feel like someone's throat chakra has been blocked. And something's going to happen where someone is forced to say something that they were afraid to say. It could be I love you. But I feel like someone is being forced to say something that they don't really want to say. If you are suspicious about a Capricorn, something may be true about that. Okay, I feel like someone still has feelings for an earth sign, or especially a Capricorn, and they are afraid to admit this. It could be you, it could be your person. Yeah, for some of you, someone is kind of like coming out and saying that they love you. I don't know what it is that makes them say it, but it's, I don't know, it seems like involuntary. If you put something out there to somebody, they're considering if they should take you up on that offer. I feel like you're about to receive some good news or hear from someone that makes you happy. You also might see something that makes you happy, or someone shares something. If you're on social media, someone might share something, a message that makes you really happy or excited. Especially if somebody's like changing their status to single or something, you might feel happy about that. I also feel like someone is sharing pictures of their vacation. You also may be getting a lot of attention from people or someone in particular. I see someone that is coming off as confronting their fears. Someone is being very truthful and honest about their feelings. And I feel that this needed to happen. They're so glad to just finally get this out into the open. I feel like these feelings have been bottled up. And something is going to make you feel alive again as well. Seems like you may have been feeling dead inside. And I feel like you're coming back to life. I feel like there's a fire sign who, for whatever reason, you bring out their insecurities. But they're challenged by you. Okay, so something, like I said, that was or is unstable is going to fall apart. There may be a sudden breakup, but this is a pattern. This can also be a sudden relationship. Suddenly back together, suddenly separated. Also seems like if you can't decide on something, that the universe is going to decide for you. I mean, I feel like this is something that needs to happen anyway, and you might be feeling like, oh, leave it to God, you know, and the universe is like, okay, and a choice or a decision is made for you. Also looks like if you have been trying to resist or control your desires or urges for someone, I feel like it's not going to make it. It's like, okay, I can't keep avoiding this person, or something happens where maybe you've even been doing good. You're like, yeah, I blocked them. I haven't been thinking about them. I haven't done blah, blah, blah. I'm so proud of myself. And then next thing it's like ding dong. And it's just like, no, like I was doing so good. And they just come in the house and you go at it. So it could be something playful like that. But it does seem like you've been trying to control your urges, and it's been getting more and more difficult, and something just snaps. This also could be reversed. Someone has been controlling their urges from pursuing you or reaching out to you, and all of a sudden they can't take it no more. Yeah, so your overall messages, though, I'm just kind of getting that something goes on, and you know, kind of be prepared to go through something again, like it's happening again. All right, hopefully these messages help, but feel free to leave your feedback. Thank you guys for watching. Sending you love and grace.